Zapp of zapporacle.com, and welcome to Future Now, the show where we unveil future technologies long before you hear about them in the lamestream media that's always so behind the times. Today we're going to show you the evolution of the telephone from where it was in the past, the present, but still primitive era of the smartphone, and then we are going to unbox right in front of you the microphone. That's microphone, the phone of the future, communication that transcends computers and even electromagnetism and is based on M theory, which is also called superstring theory, and more about that later. But before we look, and we will be unboxing this later. I've had to follow a complete chain of custody. I had to sign my life away because this has not been released to the public. It is in this Zero Halliburton security case right now. Came with an armed guard. Okay, we will look at that first, but before we go into the future, we're going to talk a little bit more about the now. So right now, we're all used to these somewhat primitive smartphones. Mine is being used to film this right now, so I don't have one in my pocket. You guys probably do. You have one? Okay, I mean, just look at these things. I mean, they're so heavy. You have to carry them around everywhere. What do you guys think of the current era of the smartphone?
Well, I mean, they're all right, but very primitive.
Yeah, they're like so heavy. You have to lug them around everywhere. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to see that it's not just baby boomers, but even Gen Z that finds the smartphones of today to be really primitive. Indigo, what do you find most primitive about smartphones?
Well, like Strayer said, I mean, they're so bulky and heavy. I mean, look at this. Weighs way more than my wallet, my keys. I have to lug it around everywhere just to stay in touch. But the worst thing is that they're completely dependent on batteries. I mean, you have to charge them constantly. I mean, seriously? Batteries? That's just so primitive, right? Batteries are just like so 2019.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not just the batteries. Like, look at all these like freaking wires, these chargers things that you have to freaking carry everywhere. Like, it is terrible. Plug them into a wall. Sometimes there's not even plug-ins like where there's a wall. It's not good. Your phone dies like every other hour. It is terrible. And every single time it dies, your battery gets worse. Come on, man. It's just, and see, it just fell off the thing. Completely terrible. Completely idiotic.
Well, don't worry, Schroeder, because the microphone, which we will unbox today, is much lighter, smaller, and best of all, there are no batteries, charging cords, or anything like that, because its power source are hyperdimensional superstrings that power it forever.
Wow, that is so cool.
Finally, something not so primitive. Forever?
Okay. Strider, what else do you find most primitive about today's smartphones?
Oh my God, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, these dumb smartphones only allow to call people in the present moment. They're just completely bound by linear time. I can't even call someone in the future or in the past 5 minutes. It's completely idiotic.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this is probably going to come as a huge shock, but when I was your age, Strider, and in high school, phones were even more primitive than they are now.
Wait, so you're talking more primitive than this?
More primitive, okay.
That is insane. That's
okay. Believe it or not, things were more primitive, okay? Now, I know this will come as a total shock, but I'm going to show you what a phone looked like when I was your age and going to the Bronx High School of Science. This was the school uniform we had to wear, green and yellow shirt, red camo. I don't know why, but every day we had to wear that. And this is what a home telephone system looked like in 1973. This is the one we had at my parents' house, okay? So here's all the stuff you have to do. First, you've got to power everything up. Make sure your system is calibrated.
Wait. There's no screen.
Okay.
Where's the screen? Why isn't there just one power button too? It's like linked.
No screen. No screen.
Okay. No screen?
No screen. And then you got to settle these. Every one of these devices is a battery. This is what the battery looked like in 1973, and every device had like 4 or 5 of these batteries you had to put in there. Okay. So then you would set somebody's number here, and then you pick up. This is called the receiver. Okay. And you pick this thing up, and after a couple of minutes, this old woman would come on the device. You would talk in here, listen in here. This old woman would come on, called an operator, and you'd have to give her your social security number, date of birth, and so forth to establish who you are. Then they would have these huge books in their telephone office where they would have to, with all this tiny print, they'd have to look up your number. And like these were like really old women that could barely see, that have magnifying glasses looking at these old numbers. Then you have to give them the social security number of the person you're trying to call. I mean, it just like took forever.
That can like, couldn't you get like easily scammed if you give them your social security
I
number?
know,
You really have to
I
go
know,
through
right.
all that risk
I mean,
to
it
call
was-
someone?
Right. I mean, you get scammed all the time. And every single time you had to go through this, and not only that, it was expensive because unless somebody lived on your block that you were calling, it was considered a long distance call. Somebody's even 2 blocks away, and you had to pay extra for those. And the phone company would make you pay for the call before you placed it. And what we had for money in those days were these heavy metal discs called coins. Okay, this is one from the 70s. I don't know if you can see this, but there's an eagle landing on the moon, because it was when we had like the Apollo program. And so this is what the coins were like. And now the back of the phone was like a piggy bank. You'd have to fill it up with these coins, heavy silver coins, just to make like a 5-minute call to somebody 2 blocks away.
So that's
And
what? Oh my
That's-
God.
can't believe
That's
This thing? I mean, you could
What?
fly to the moon and you have this though?
yeah, this is what you had to do.
what?
That's,
How? What? How? It's so easy. Just make a screen. That's it. You just have to make a screen.
Well, but that's all we had.
Oh my God.
didn't you at least
Seriously.
have cell phones? Like-
We did have cell phones, but let me show you what a 1970s cell phone looks like. Okay, here we go. Here's one of them. And it would come in these leather cases, and I want you to just feel the weight of this thing, because they have these heavy lead plates in them.
That's like 30 pounds.
No. Oh. No, that's like 35 at least.
Okay, well we're gonna
bet I
find
couldn't
out.
even
We're gonna
bench
find
that.
out because I'm gonna put all the phone equipment on you, Strider. I'm gonna see how much it adds
Okay.
to your weight in a minute. But we're not gonna do that quite yet. But anyway, but in addition to a heavy book bag, I'd have to wear this 35-pound thing around my neck.
Around your neck?
Right. And now,
Wow.
but you think that that's a lot, okay? No, because you could not carry just one 1970s cell phone. You had to have two. Two, because I'll show you the reason then. They would overheat. Every 10 minutes, you'd have to hang up, and then you'd have to redial the other one until it cooled down, and then you could, you'd have to keep switching back and forth like that. So you needed 2 of them. And one of the reasons why these suckers are so heavy and they would overheat is no batteries. Okay, more primitive than a battery. Okay, what you had to do to keep these phones fueled up, even if they're just in standby, just so you could receive a call, is I had to carry this around. This was my coal box, okay, and so inside of here, every day to school, okay, we'd have there'd be these canisters, and the coal powder is slightly radioactive, so it come with all these warnings on it, okay. And now people talk about that complain about smartphones have so much carbon footprint. Okay, just take a look at because the phone, I don't know if you can see this, but it has like a coal chute. Okay, you'd open up that hatch, and that's where the coal would go.
That's so messy.
And then incredibly messy.
gotta be
When you come
expensive.
home and your face would be black, just from trying to make phone calls. And this is what the fuel looks like. It's these. I mean,
my God.
talk about a carbon footprint. This is literally carbon. Okay,
Jesus.
and this is what you had to, and just to keep the phone in standby, even if you're not making calls, you might go through 10 pounds of this stuff in a day. Okay, and so this is what we had to deal with, and and that was just what we'd have to deal with to keep things going if just on standby.
What about
And
apps? What about apps?
Yeah, like you can
Apps.
call, but
I want to
not
play
about
like
apps.
my games. Like what
Okay.
about Instagram and stuff? You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
What's the
the
cost?
energy the energy cost of apps would have been really high, except for one problem.
What?
The 1970s cell phones had no apps.
What?
No apps.
No.
What's the point of the phone?
That is so
Okay.
boring.
Okay, not only did you not have apps, it didn't even have other functions besides being a phone.
Wait, does that have FaceTime? Does that have FaceTime?
No FaceTime.
No
Does it
FaceTime.
have a flashlight?
Didn't even have a flashlight.
Wait.
Those flashlight was considered peripheral, right? So
What?
you would have to buy this separately. This is your flashlight
How much does
right
that
here.
cost?
And now, and I'd have one on each phone, right? Because these would run out of batteries all the time, and you clip it on here, and now there's your phone if you have a flashlight accessory. Okay.
Couldn't you just wait? You only have to pay for that. You could just use the screen as the flashlight. Like I do all the time.
No screen.
No.
Oh,
No.
I just totally forgot about that.
No.
Wait, but if there's no screen, how would you display like the information, like the?
Well, how much memory do you think one of these suckers had? So
At least 2
By the way,
terabytes.
No.
here's the
2
thing-
terabytes.
here's the receiver.
That thing's got like 1 terabyte, maybe half a terabyte.
Half a terabyte. That's what you're guessing. What do you think, Strider? How much memory?
2
do you think that
terabytes,
is?
like 2 terabytes, not
2
half
terabytes,
terabytes. It
okay.
needs so much memory
The
for that.
correct answer of how much memory it has is 0. Another accessory you had to bring along with you was a giant ledger book. It was called a Logos, and that's where you had to put all your memos, your to-dos, your calendar entries. This is the one I had to carry around in high school. This is the Logos, okay? And this you would have in your book bag. You know, if you need to call somebody up, you've got to look up their social security number, and you know, and hopefully you'll find it, and you know, etc. Okay, so that was every day, and I'd have to walk 8 miles to school every day too. Okay, so now let's see what all that stuff, that equipment I had to carry in 1973 just to be able to make a phone call when I was at school. Strider, could you step on that smart scale?
All right.
And if you want to zoom in on him, see what his weight is before he carries all this stuff. Oh,
How do I-
this looks like this strap
how do I
might have
zoom?
come off.
What?
He'll have to hold that in his hand.
What happened?
And what's your weight?
What? I weigh
95.
95 now.
95. Oh my God. That's
All right,
crazy.
let's see.
So
First
the other
this
day,
I've added like.
I weighed 102. Now I weigh. Oh wait, what? Oh wait, no.
Dude,
I
you're
had
holding
weight.
something, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's this.
So here's your call box,
Don't forget that.
and then here is your second
Oh God.
phone. Maybe put
Here,
this
put
around,
this around your neck.
Put it around his neck. Okay. Okay. That's just to make a phone call. This is not.
Oh, my neck.
What is your weight now, Strider?
I can't see it.
You can't see it.
Put that. Yeah. No, don't do that. I'm gonna choke.
You gotta
Yeah,
let
lay
it
down,
fall.
lay down.
Let it fall. So you can get.
It is. I am.
130 about. Is there anything else?
130. Okay, that's it. So 40 pounds. 40 pounds.
Take
just
it
to
off of
make
me.
a phone call. You can see it's like.
Oh, it's like so messy. Look at that. It's like
shirt.
smearing you.
Oh
Right. Yeah,
God.
it's all like animal hides and stuff. Like that. Gross, right?
Oh,
gotta
so
wash my
gross. It
hands.
smells terrible.
I know.
smells
And
like
and just think
coal.
about when these this is when them with them off. You know, when they're on, there's like smoke coming out of them. You've got like coal dust.
That's a fire hazard.
It's an incredible fire hazard. These
Oh.
phones would burn people alive.
Look at me.
Right.
So
It's
dirty.
filthy. Right. We'd have to wear these canvas overalls. Sometimes just
Oh,
we'd
I
have to
got-
put
I
in
got
these
some
leather
on me, too.
aprons just to make a phone call, or would destroy the school uniform, which you see me wearing right now. Okay, but now, okay, let's. I think we're done with the past. I mean, that was just like really unpleasant to see. Like not only, how primitive smartphones are, but like what things were like when I was your age, but primitive smartphones were based on old technology like computers, electromagnetism, atoms, quantum mechanics, subatomic particles, that kind of thing. But the microphone, the phone of the future, remember the name of our show, Future Now.
Yeah.
So now we are going to see the future. The microphone, which is a quantum leap past all of this old technology, because it's based on M theory, which is also called superstring theory, which is a very elegant mathematical theory where everything is made out of these vibrating superstrings that exist in 10 dimensions. Okay, so we're unbound from linear time now. So far, until today, today is Thanksgiving, November 25th, 2021. So we have something to give thanks for.
Thursday.
Is we're going to be relieved of the incredible burden of all this primitive phone technology. Now, superstring theory, M theory, to this date has been unproven. They can't even figure out how to do an experiment to demonstrate if it's true or not. But now, the super secret technology, we're going to actually see superstring not only an experiment, we're going to see it as functioning technology right here in Boulder, Colorado
Oh
on
my
Thanksgiving.
God.
Let's see it.
Who
Right
thought of
now,
that?
live. Okay, this is where I put my
This
social
one, right?
security case. Yeah, thank you. All right, chain of custody. Indigo, you're gonna have to sign your name later because you touched the case, okay?
What?
It passed through your hands, okay, even though it's not open.
What did we do?
All right, let me set the combo here. Okay.
subscribe.
And it's got a laser
Every day.
eye scanning lock. I've got to let it scan my eyes. Okay. And now we're going to do the unboxing. Here it is, the microphone. Okay. Technology that will actually runs off of hyperdimensional vibrating superstrings, but it's not radioactive.
Open
and it needs no power source other than
No
itself.
power source?
Okay. And no batteries. Indefinite power supply. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay. Because I just want to see how lightweight this is. Okay.
I
All
feel
right.
it.
Okay. Here we go.
No way.
All right. There's one for you.
Whoa. Dude, this
and
is like
one
weighs
for
nothing.
you.
That is so lightweight.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on,
All right.
let's see if we can make it
So now I want
Oh,
you to
it's
see. It's
I
very
would never
user
think of
friendly.
string.
See if you can place
Super
a call.
string.
See if you can
Super
place a
string.
call. You don't have to go that far away.
Okay.
Anything, so long as the string is tight. Go ahead. See if you can call each other.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Strider, can you hear that?
Hi?
Hello?
Okay.
Hi?
Dude, I can hear
Okay.
it. Sauce.
Yeah.
Wait.
Pretty amazing technology.
That is.
And you know,
What the hell?
here's a new
It's not even
generation,
working.
Gen Z,
It's not even working. How
and,
is
they-
it?
and yet
Wait,
they're
you can't even go
completely
that far.
dazzled
Yeah, you can't even go that
by the
far.
technology of the
This
future.
is so dumb.
Revealed
This
now
sucks.
on Future Now
joking.
This is still
With
bulky.
string
It's
on it.
still
Jonathan
heavy.
Zapp of
It's not heavy.
Wait, 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 wait,
ZappOracle.com.
wait.
It hurts my
Wait, wait, wait,
ears.
try it
now.
Put in my pair.
Cut.
Put in
Cut.
the